One time in my work, the E.T.s said, "Why do they always say we're here to take over the world? It's ours. It always has been. We've been here since the beginning of time, taking care of you. We can't do anything as bad to you as you do to yourself." And they're really appalled at the way we treat each other. But they had to evolve the animals until finally they got to an animal that they thought could be manipulated genetically into becoming human. Now the human species, the human form, is the most common in the universe because they said it's the most useful to have a head, a torso, arms, and legs. Other species don't look like that at all. Some species went down the reptile line, other ones went down the insectoid line. We developed along the mammal line. That's why we look like we do. That doesn't mean that the reptilians or the insectoid are negative. They just developed along a different line. There are some E.T.s that don't even look human at all. They don't look like anything you could even think was alive. It doesn't mean they're not intelligent, it just means they've developed along a different form. So whenever they developed the animals, they had to find something that they could manipulate to be human. So they picked the monkey because it had a larger brain capacity that could be genetically modified for intelligence. It also had to have something that had hands, because it had to be able to make tools. That was why they chose the monkey. And we are 98% genetically compatible with the monkey. You can give a chimpanzee blood and it will live. We are that closely tied together because that was where we came from. And a lot of people don't like that idea, but we have proven it's the idea of evolution and creationism work together in this. They're not separate theories. They were all combined to make the human race what it is. So whenever they did finally create over long periods of time what they considered an intelligent human, then they had to teach the human, to give them skills. They said the scientists are disturbed by this whole evolution theory. It makes sense with Darwin's theory up to man. Then it doesn't make sense anymore. That's because it skipped. They call it the missing link. It skipped in there. And they have told me we will never find that missing link because it evolved so fast over just a few generations that it went from the animal into the first beginnings of humans. But then they began to form their civilizations. They didn't do this by chance. They didn't just all of a sudden come out of the forest and say, I'm going to start building houses, I'm going to start planting crops. The E.T.s came and lived with them to give them the things they were going to need. Every culture in the world has the theory, the legend, of the culture bringer. The Indian woman who developed corn, the ones who bring the fire. It's always a culture bringer, somebody to bring them the next step, the next advancement. And in the legends, they always come from the sky or from across the ocean. Their job is to live among the developing people till they can be on their own, and they will give them each step, each advancement as they go. And because the E.T.s don't die until they want to die, they lived for thousands of years among the humans. So the legends of the gods came down. And that they told me we weren't gods, we weren't any better than anybody else, but we were there to teach. Because they lived for such a long period of time, they were treated as gods. So this is where your legends have come from. But they have been teaching humans and taking care of humans since the very, very beginning.